Yes.
All right, you should see my MagicSchool login page. Katie and Lisa, have you been on MagicSchool yet?
Yes, I have.
Lisa, have you?
No.
Okay, all right. So just when you get to the MagicSchool page, the web address ends in a .ai, not magicschool.com or such. And so when you're coming to this page, I recommend bookmarking it, but you can always search for it. But just a quick little tip on bookmarking. If you grab the little padlock next to the bookmark, you can drag it into a folder or just onto your bookmark bar, so you have easy access to it. I would probably put it, I have a folder called Ed Tech Tools, so I would probably put it in here, which it's already in there. And then, you know, if you want to put a folder here on your bookmark bar, if you right click on it, you can add a folder and you can start to categorize things if you haven't done that before. But just a quick little tip on bookmarking. From the MagicSchool main page, the very first thing I did is I watched this walkthrough that just gives a little introduction to using the tool. So a lot of what I say today is essentially what he walks you through. It is a free tool. It uses your South Vermillion Google account to sign up. So you would click the sign up for free if you haven't yet. And from here, you're going to sign up with your Google account. So you don't have to put in an email and a password. And then I believe it will ask you some additional questions about yourself to prove that you are an educator, because this site is designed specifically for teachers and for educators. I'll go ahead and click sign up with Google and it's going to remember me. But once I've logged in, when I look at my profile, these are the questions that it asked me. It asked me what my role is, what grade levels I teach, which this is kind of tough for me, but I just put 9th grade. The subjects, the school and the district, and where you live. And so then it will let you into the program. I think, oh, and I added a picture too. I don't think that came from my Google. Okay, so from the main page, if you look at my tools, you'll see a bunch of yellow stars. These are tools that I have favorited by clicking on the yellow star, so that when I come onto the page, it brings these tools up and to the top. I can't reorganize these from where they are in this list, but if you find something down below that you really like or that you want to favorite to keep it up at the top, you can just click on the star and then that tool comes back up here to the top for easier access. You also have the option to search for specific tools. You can come, I just want to see tools involved with planning, with content, tools that create questions, student support. These are a lot of tools specifically for special education, communication. So this is just a way to see things in different ways. The next option over on the left-hand side is Raina. This is similar to ChatGPT. So you can ask a specific question and get an answer rather than using one of the magic tools. Over on the right-hand side, I can see specific questions that I've asked. One example, Melanie was meeting with some representatives about the preschool program, and they said, "What's the name of your program? We need it right now." And so she asked me, she asked Stephanie, like, I don't know. And so I came into Raina and I said, what are some recommended names for a preschool program where the mascot is a wildcat? I think I asked it a second time and I added South Vermillion. And so out spit 10 possible names for a preschool that we could possibly use. I think we did use one of these. For the preschool.
Number 6.
Number 6, Wildcat Den Preschool. I thought that was a good one. But yeah, so it's a lot like ChatGPT, but it is focused on education. So I don't know if I could ask a specific, create an itinerary for a vacation or such. That might be more of a ChatGPT. Any of the content that comes out, there's a little copy box here. So I can copy this text to the clipboard, and I can take it and put it in an email. I can take it into a Google Doc, into slides. I can put it into Canvas. Anywhere that you can paste text, you can take any of this text and move it to wherever you need to. So this is nice, the history of the different things that, that I've asked for help for. And you'll see Raina throughout the other tools as well. You'll get options to use that to expand upon any of the other tools that you're using. The output history is really nice. This lets you see a history of all of the different commands or requests that you've made. From here, you can delete them, you can save them, bookmark them, you can share them with other teachers. So it makes it really nice for collaboration. Rebecca Kokoboon was very helpful in coming up with some examples to show today. And so she created them in her instance of MagicSchool, and then she shared the links with me so that I could easily use those. And so if I want to look at this Make It Relevant tool that I used, if I click on the Show Full Output or Replay the Generation, I can go back to that tool. You can also, from the tool here, say, I just want to see anything that I've done with Decodable Text Generator. And so it will show me my output here on that. So the history is very handy when using that. And then you can also sort by any that you've bookmarked and any that you've shared with other teachers. They also have a Take the Tour, which is kind of like Canvas has one where it pops up with little little boxes that kind of walk you through what each component is within MagicSchool. MagicSchool, that's right. Oh my gosh, my brain is Magic Tools, MagicSchool. Okay. All right. So just some examples, just a few to show you. They have a choice board. So I can look through here and find it right here. It's a great UDL option. You can choose your grade level. So we'll say 10th grade. What's your learning goal? Lisa, give me a learning goal.
Oh my gosh, you would
It's a long day.
use textual evidence to support inferences.
Did you say textual?
Yes.
And then additional details, include as many different modalities as possible.
Use complete sentences. I don't know. My brain's done for the day.
We'll just do this. Okay, that's fine. And so now you have a choice board.
I love it.
And you
audio recording, infographic, small group discussion, write a paragraph, create a visual representation. So cool.
So again, from here you can copy, or you can share it with someone else. Copying it, put it into Canvas, put it into a Google Doc, put it into Google Slides, and modify, change anything that you want to, which it is, they will stress a lot if you watch the videos for MagicSchool. They talk a lot about proofreading, looking over, making changes, because there could be bias. There could be some text that maybe doesn't really relate to students at South Vermillion and maybe more of an area of the country or such. So, of course you want to read it and make sure that it applies for your students. But then you also have the option to ask Raina to expand upon this, to create an additional, maybe some questions. You can change the text length. You can shorten it. So if I click shorten, it's going to take that choice board and simplify it. You can also click questions and it will generate questions. On this case, I'm not really sure that really applies, but if I click multiple choice, it will create specific multiple choice questions based on the choice board above. And again, you have those options to copy and to share those here.
One other thing too, you can put in for like the standard or objective or topic, you can put in for me, I put in an NGSS standard, and it'll write it to standards too. It's kind of fun.
Awesome. I think some of the science tools have them built in too as well, correct?
Yeah, I believe they do.
I think the high school teachers will most appreciate the tab that says letter of recommendation.
Yeah. Kim Terry told me she's already been using it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think why start from scratch? Where is that one?
What's on the right? Do these resort?
Letter of recommendation. Yeah, that's a good question. I thought, are they in alphabetical order? How are they?
No, but in the first session, it was over on the far right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So letter of recommendation, you can put in information about the students. It'll give you an example here. But here are your kind of disclaimers here. And it'll tell you it's compliant with FERPA, with privacy, and it will not allow you to use for non-educational. But it does say here are some limitations. So you do need to be careful. Only knowledge up to 2021. So, we were talking about, I used Taylor Swift as an example and making it relevant earlier. It's not really going to rely on anything from her concerts from this year or so forth. So it cannot search the internet and it doesn't produce images. So, but it's amazing since I've started using this. I think there are 57 different tools in here. They've definitely grown. I think they were at 40 some when I first began to use it.
Can I explain your Taylor Swift example?
Yeah.
So this was in the Make It Relevant tile. And she said, tell me a topic you're teaching. And a fourth grade teacher said Middle Ages. And then, you're teaching Middle Ages, but what are your students like? And she typed in football, video gaming, and Taylor Swift. And it came up with suggestions for, if Taylor Swift were a troubadour, how would she da-da-da-da? What are some examples in her music where, it just, I was like, whoa, how could those two things relate? That's so cool. Oh yeah, TikTok. Yeah, you're running it right now. That's cool. Basketball, changing it a little. Oh, for 9th grade. Okay, so this will be a different sort.
Yeah. So again, you can take this and summarize, ask Raina for additional, maybe if you have questions you want, you can shorten it. So it's more simplified.
I actually like that lead-in sentence. I saw that in the first one and really didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Before it gives you the examples, it says, as a master teacher, I understand the importance of making subject matter relevant and engaging for my 9th grade students to connect the topic of the Middle Ages with their interests in Taylor Swift, TikTok, video games, basketball. I've come up with 3 unique ideas. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah.
Kind of explains the why, It's like, oh, that's cool. You really
well, and we're always saying, let's make it relevant for our students. So, I mean, even if you generate this with your students, what are some things you're interested in and go from there, or do it individually by student.
Yeah. Especially a student you can't connect with sometimes. And maybe the student really likes Johnny Cash, or it's like, look what I made for you I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Yes. What was this one? Oh, here's one. So here's one I did. It was a YouTube video, and it took me a while to find one. So the YouTube video question generator, I got to go back again. You can take a YouTube video and you can have it generate. You put in the YouTube video URL, what types of questions, how many questions, what's your grade level, and it will take that video and it will generate the questions from that video, which to me, if you use Canvas Studio, where you import a video, and it's a lot like Edpuzzle, where you put in the questions in the video and the students answer it like a quiz. It does the work for you. The only thing you would have to do is decide with Canvas or with Edpuzzle. Or you just have them assign them to watch the video and you ask the questions. The difference with Canvas Studio is it gives you the analytics to show you that the students did actually go all the way through the video. But here it will tell you the answer key. So for number 1, is A, and it tells you exactly where that question comes from. So from 2 seconds to 23 seconds, you could in Canvas Studio insert this question, and then so forth. So it helps you helps you generate the questions. The one thing I will say though is there are some limitations with this. I believe the videos have to have transcripts. So the first couple of videos that I tried did not have transcripts, so I got an error when I tried to put them in here. So you would just you would find the video, you would paste in the URL, and if it wouldn't work, you would get an error message, or it would tell you that that video won't work with this tool. But I thought this one was handy. There is a text leveler tool.
This one is probably the most valuable of all.
Yeah. So from here, you would take your, see if she gave me one on this one. No, she didn't. You would type in your text or paste it in from whatever site or materials that you have, put in your grade level, and it would level the text for you. Melanie, do you have any text? Can you?
I'll grab something.
Thanks.
I have stuff on mine. Can we not directly import into this? You have to copy and paste?
I think it's copy paste, yeah.
Okay. Melanie, are you getting something? Or
Yeah,
do you want
well, I'd rather you, because I was just going to search some random facts and throw them in.
I'll get
So-
Julia Seeger.
Ooh, cool.
Okay, I'll just. Sorry, I thought I had this one in my history.
If I could open my folder to grab it, I would be happy to. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Just grab a passage real quick.
Are you just putting it in your own?
Can I just send it to you as a message for you to put in?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Okay. I'm just trying to get there something. Okay. Copy. Okay. Go back. Okay. Wonder if they'll get that it's a play. I'll bet not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
What grade level, Lisa?
Let's say do 8th.
Oh, you want the 8th? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because this is 10th grade and they have a difficult time with Shakespeare. So
Ah.
Yeah. So we're adjusting down to 8th grade.
So instead of one in corporate, it's an ally.
yeah.
So then after you finish, you can summarize that text.
Ah.
How many sentences, how many points.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. And then if you want to expand, again, ask Raina if you want to take this and go from this to develop additional activities, you could do that here with Raina.
I will be waiting for you, Senna. It says, am I not stayed for, Senna, in the original text? And it says, I've been waiting for you, Senna. So it even changes like the word order in the sentence to make it easier to understand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this one is a nice one as well.
And, if you think that's still not enough, you could tweak it back down to like 7th or 6th grade even.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you're a coach, it even has a sports practice generator. I mean, just some things that are a little bit, off the cuff a little there. There is one colleague, where is it? It's colleague song generator. We've done this one. So you give your colleague's name, here's some details about that colleague, and what song do you want to use, and it will generate song lyrics for that person.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we did it for Micah.
Oh.
I know Jason did
Time
it.
for announcements on a staff member's birthday.
Yeah. Yep. So that was a cool one.
Oh man.
I don't know. There's there's so much. Another one that I really like is feedback. So we're always talking about giving students feedback. There is a feedback tool where you put in what grade level the student is. You put in the description of your assignment. What is it you want to focus on? What are your categories, or what is it you're looking for in the assignment from the student? And then you paste the student's work here. So if you have it in digital form, you would do a copy paste, put it in, and then you generate, and it's going to give you the feedback for the student. It's going to, again, give you the options down below, or if you need to simplify it, or you need to change the level to differentiate, you can do that as well. Of course, you'd want to read the feedback and make sure that it applies and it's something that you would want to send to the student. But to me, this is super helpful when you're reading long papers and essays from students to help give you some ideas. Just some support sites. If you go to YouTube and you search MagicSchool, there is a MagicSchool channel, so you can subscribe to that. They have the shorts, which are a lot like TikTok videos, really brief ones. But then they have full length, which are usually 3 to 5 minutes. They have a lot of these top 4 MagicSchool tools there's one for counselors, for English teachers. There's one for sports coaches, math teachers, social studies. They have special education, here's science, and then how to use the specific tools. This AI resistant assignment, I think, is a neat one. So teachers are asking, how do we get past students using ChatGPT and other AI tools? This one will take the questions that you're asking, and it will try to reformat those questions so that they are a little bit more challenging for students to be able to use AI for.
How cool is that? Using AI to make an assignment AI proof. Like we're cheating, but you can't cheat.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we should be able to.
That's right. That's right. We're not taking the class.
Yep. So there's also some, I know you do SAT prep at the higher levels. So there are some SAT built in as well. So if I search SAT, SAT reading questions, practice test generators, which I know you have those through Khan Academy. There are some great tools for informational text. So to help students reading comprehension with informational text, it will generate that text for you. Of course, you're going to put in your grade level and what type of text do you want, what's the length, and then your topic. So a lot of great tools built into here. I don't know if I can get back to the main site from here real quick. Let me look. Nope. Okay, one last thing from our technology resource document that we share with you. I've put a MagicSchool section on here towards the bottom. So here's a link to the site. Here's a link to their quick guides. They have a Google Drive folder full of guides for teachers. This is a link to their YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. And then I think what I was trying to do here, I don't think I have this one ready, but I would love to be able to get a demo of each type of tool from our teachers where they show an example of how they've used that tool. And so that's something I hope in the future that we can do and ask for volunteers to share those tools. Rebecca and I even talked about doing something where we cover your class for a period as in exchange for you showing us how you're using those tools. And then they have a great Facebook group as well that you can join where teachers share how they're using the tools. So teachers are always the best providers of content, I think, of how to actually use a tool. So this one, I find this one really useful. That's really all I have to share. Do you guys have any questions or anything specific that you wanted to see?
No, that was pretty informative. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, if you start to use it and you have any questions, just let me know, and I'd be happy to help you. But yeah, I would love to come up with a library of our own people giving examples of how they're using it. I think that would be really valuable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, there's Brittany. I didn't see Brittany join. I'm sorry. Brittany, did you have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for attending. I appreciate it.
Sorry, it took me a while. No, I don't have any questions. I love the platform, so I use
Oh,
it
good.
regularly.
What tools have you used so far?
I used the email generator yesterday. I just typed in that I had low test grades and to notify parents, and it spit me out something short and sweet.
Nice. You know, sometimes when it takes your emotion out of it, when you're kind of caught up in it, we had an example of a high school student who requested to connect his personal laptop to the Wi-Fi, his work laptop for work-based learning. And our answer is no. But it was, how do we put this so that we're giving him the reasons why, valid reasons, and the tone comes across right. And put it into Ask Raina for an answer, and out came this wonderful email. And I never would have known that it came from Raina, that someone had generated, but it is really it is helpful to get. And then we kind of tweaked it a little bit, but I think these tools are awesome. I think there's a lot of potential here. Yep. All right. Well, you all have a good evening. Thanks for attending.
Thank you.
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.